Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Aryo Bimo Damarjati Nugroho and my metric number is 201419. And in this occasion, in this video, I will try to explain about the student assignment from engineering statistics. And as you can see, we are seeing the all data that are taken before this video is made. In total, we have 65 students and the data that are taken before is consists of metric numbers, full name, BMI, gender, category, and the random number is will be used later on when we are trying to randomize the sample that we will take. The assignment consists of three questions, and we are going to see the question number one. The question number one asks us to plot a graph for category of BMI. Use appropriate bin, and the sample that is taken actually all population of the data, which is 65 students. And as you can see, the category is divided into 6, but the last one is not there isn't any value. So we have underweight with a range of 18.5 lower. We have 13 students, and then we have normal BMI 18.5 into 22.9. It is the largest or the mode of the quantity, which we have 34 students in total, and then we have P-obese. It is 23 until 27.4, which is 11 student. Obese 1, 27.5 into 34.9, which we have 5 students. And finally, obese 2, 35.0 until 39.9, which we have only 2 students. Actually, we have obese 3, but luckily we don't have any student that in that category. So when we want to plot this type of data, we want to have all listed in based on the range or the category. So we have done this in here. Therefore, we can just pick all this data and then insert it based to plot the bar graph. In this graph, we can see that each bar is represent its category as shown below. Underweight consists of 13, normal consists of 34, pre-obese consists of 11, obese 1, 5, and finally obese 2 is 2. So it's easy to understand based on the bar graph. And now moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 asks us to, based on the BMI data, take a random 30 sample data and then plot the data based on box and whisker plot. The sample taken is random 30, which combine male and female. And in the left side, I have randomized the number and take the 30 students. So as you can see, it is random. And then when we talk about box and whisker plot, as you can see, this is the graph. We should understand what the structure, what the symbol is meant to, like what the definition of the top box on the lower box, and then the whisker, the line, and then the last one is the extreme one, the up and bottom line. So to make it easier, firstly we should find the Q1 of the 30 data. Based on the Excel calculation, the quartile 1 of the data is 19.725, and Q1 in the box and whisker plot is represent the lower part of the box. And as you can see, the lower part of the box the line is in 19.725, which is true with the calculation of the Excel. Next one, we need to find the median. The median of the data is 21.55. So in the box and whisker plot, uh, it represents the middle line of the box, which also in 21.55. Next one, we have Q3 or quartile 3. The Excel count, it is in 25.025. And then in the box and whisker plot, it represents the upper part of the box. It means that the top level of the quartile is in 25.025. And next on, we move to the maximum. The maximum is also represent the extreme value of the box and whisker plot. The extreme value is the top line is in this. It represents the highest value that are available in the sample, which is 32.9. And the minimum value, it represents the extreme low of the box and whisker, which is in 16.7. In this one is the very bottom line in the box, and the whisker in that lead to the top and the bottom is the value that represent from the data. So any value that is not in Q3 on the top will go to the whisker, and then the value that is not included in the Q1 or below the 19.725 will represent in the whisker. And the IQR, we can say that it's the abbreviation of interquartile range, or IQR easily, is actually in this graph is not necessary to find, because all the value of the maximum and minimum actually inside of the IQR low and high, so we don't have any outliers. But if you want to find it, we can easily by IQR can be found by subtracting the Q3 with Q1, and then to find the IQR low, we can find by Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR, and then the IQR high is from Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR. Whoops. So we can neglect this part because all of the data is inside the box and whisker plot, so we don't have the outliers. And now we go to the Q3, question 3, which is take another random sample of size 15 for each male and female and plot the box and whisker for these two groups. So I have also randomized the sample of 15. As we can see, this is 15 female and this one is 15 male. And then all this BMI, I was moving it to this one, so we can make the box and whisker plot easier based on the BMI. And as we can see, the blue box represent the female one, and then the red box represent the male one. Just like the question number 2, we can find, or we can easily understand by seeing the box. For example, the lower box represent the Q1, which in female we have 18.6 ish, and then the upper box which represent the Q3 or upper quartile is in 24.3 ish, and then the median is in 21.48. So if we want to make sure we don't understand about we don't understand reading this book, we can find it manually by doing Q1, median, and Q3. and then the maximum value is in 27.4, and minimum is 16.7. Meanwhile, for the man, we can see also the lower quantile is in Q1, which is in 20.95, and then the median is in 22.1, and the higher or upper quartile is in 32.9, and it has maximum and minimum of 32.9 and 17.5. To sum up, based on this data, the median of both female and male doesn't have any major differences, which is in 21 and 22-ish. However, in the Q1, the female has much lower BMI than the male. And for the Q3, the male has the upper or higher BMI better than the female. And for the minimum, both female and male, there is no significant difference. However, in the male I'm sorry, but for the maximum on the extreme value, higher value, the female has a significant difference with male. So, for instance, male has higher BMI in general, whether if we compare to the female, as we can see from the maximum or extreme value and the Q3. So that's all from me, and thank you very much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.